Alright. We'll go back to big stream. Here we go. So spawning in the bottom side of the map in another equal footing game. This time we swap trunks. Ew, yucky. So Fifou is spawning at the bottom. I wasn't calling Fifou yucky, it's just the joke about swapping trunks. Who would swap shorts? That's gross. Anyway, we got Fifou spawning as the Egyptian player, taking his double storehouses again. SpartanxElite looks to be going for the storehouse, barracks, storehouse opening again, I'd say. He's still going for the 3 workers on the wood. And going up here with his 4th and 5th villagers to take the storehouse. Well, Spartan's going to be a little bit slow on the barracks, but not to worry, he's still going to get it out a little bit quicker than his opponent Fifou. He's going to have to get another 60 wood to actually get this out. So again, we got an Egypt versus Norse game, which is a nice matchup. We don't see it hugely often in casted games, so it's nice to get it. Man, the Norse buildings look so pretty. I suppose that's the perks of being the final Civ, is that things came a long way. You know, editors and stuff had improved a little bit by then. That sort of thing. So the Templar Ra actually coming out, no barracks at all for Fifou. He's decided to actually skip it. Which means that the SpartanxElite can punish him for this, but in saying that, I think Spartan was a little bit late on the Spearman as well as on the barracks, so Fifou is going to have the ability to actually get this up in time, I think, if he can also get enough wood for a barracks, but he doesn't. He's got 5 villages here instead of just 4, and they're all bunched up, so that's not ideal. Basically, if you've got them split across the hunt, what that means is that, yes, initially it takes a little bit longer to get the food, but you're always going to have that travel time to deal with, so it's more efficient in the sense that there's none of this worker collision going on. So it just makes for a slightly more efficient overall gather rate throughout the whole length of the hunt. It's an interesting little forward setup there, although I do like it because it means that your opponent's got to try and push through the sides. But it can bite you though, not so much as Norse obviously, because you can gather some villages straight in there and out the other side. But on the other civs, it can sometimes be a bit of a pain walling up too much in front of your own base, because suddenly it's quite hard to actually pull back inside your own town centre range, because basically that's right on the edge of the range. Having the barracks right on the edge is nice because it cuts down the travel time, obviously, but ooh, this is a good catch from SpartanxElite, who's probably going to be able to destroy this, considering he's got everything here. He's got 4 spears and both his scouts coming in as well, forcing in 3 villagers to come and repair this and get this up in time, but they're not going to be able to. It's going to fall, and Fifou is really only going to get 10 resources back for that. It nearly finished, so the closer it gets to finishing up, the less you actually get from it dying and cancelling. And right now, he's going to attempt to try and pick off the villages this time, I think, because he just knows that there's going to be more pulled for it, but if he can snipe villages, he can put his opponent on the back foot here long enough to try and play a similar sort of pressure style and deal damage going into later on in Age 2 now. Similar to what he did last game, so I think that's probably what he's looking to do. He's forcing a lot of villagers from gathering, forcing even more from gathering, so basically, how many's he got? 10 villagers are either idle or having to do the dance right now. So this is quite good for him. Collarbone's just sore for some reason. Ugh. And there's more villagers being, forced to garrison in and out of the building. But there are axemen coming out now as well, so there's another villager falling for that. SpartanxElite still in Age 1. at this point in time. So he is going to lose just about all these spears, I believe. Going to possibly save these ones. Axemen are actually faster than the spears by movement speed. Got 19 villagers to 17, so nice little advantage SpartanxElite's got himself. But he is going to lose probably two of those, that 2 villager lead through this. But in saying that, Fifou is not actually gathering any food down here, and he's only just realised, so that's also going to cost him a bit. It looks like SpartanxElite, despite playing the more aggressive opening, is sort of neck and neck in terms of economy at this stage. I didn't actually stop to see if he got a picker's gloves out, because with this number of villagers on the berries, getting that picker's gloves out really does make for saving a worker or two in terms of your gathering rate. So, and he's also, SpartanxElite's making sure to throw down a nice defensive longhouse here. Throwing down the stables, and I think he's going to probably throw down another barracks when he can get the stone for, get the wood for it. So we're probably going to see the similar build to what we saw last game, I'd say. It is a bit laggy though. Having the 3 spectators isn't such a good idea, but I suppose these guys do want to learn, so it's good having them in here with me. So they don't necessarily have to hear me casting, they can actually just watch the game directly. And, you know, go around looking at things themselves, and then watch the cast. Basically get double the experience. 2 XP, 2 times XP bonus. We can see another barracks coming out, so SpartanxElite's going to opt for pretty much the same build, I think, to what he did last game. The storehouse, barracks, storehouse into this double barracks, stables opening. And already, this time Fifou's playing a little bit more aggressively with his... He's able to play a little bit more aggressively, so to speak. Because he's made the Axeman transition sooner, but that doesn't mean he's going to be able to interrupt much here. He's going to be on the back foot again. This Raider not going to do a great deal of damage to the infantry. In fact, I don't think it's even getting any hits off. Yeah, so the Raider... Oh, here we go. It is starting to deal... Oh, there we go. It is actually getting hits off. I selected the wrong bloody unit. Damn. Anyway, this town center of Fifou is going out. It hasn't been seen by Spartan, so that's things aren't going to go so well for Spartan not seeing that, so he's not going to get the ability to just deal a load of pressure to that for free. Oh, those berries are already finished up, so SpartanxElite probably did take picker's gloves, considering how quickly 8 villagers got through that, I'd say. And he's going all the way up to, what's he got, 9 on there now. And more longhouses going up, so he wants to continually be able to push here. And he hasn't gathered any stone yet either, so he definitely wants to commit to this one town center build. Very cheesy, very aggressive. But in situations like this, I think it can really favour him, because he can do largely the same here. There's a field of just axemen right now versus the throwing axemen, and these 5 raiders are going to make it quite hard for the axemen to actually get to the throwing axemen. They are a little bit tankier, and obviously the axemen, their multiplier, which is really their main strength over the throwing axemen at 3. Oh, well, they're both at 3, sorry. But they actually hit a little bit harder at 8 versus 6.5 DPS. Not going to be very handy against the raiders. We've just got so much health and can split away to deal a lot of damage. But he's actually going to circle them back around just to make sure he can win this initial fight, and then he can worry about harassing, I think. And Fifou scrambling to try and force out another barracks, and again, we're seeing largely the same result where the throwing axemen just aren't enough, and GG, so SpartanxElite is able to really deal the damage with the same build twice then into Fifou. Alright, well, I suppose we'll have a quick look at the quest stats again. It's a bit of a gap there. That's probably the age up, but that's probably just a bit of a work cut there when he got housed or something, perhaps. In terms of the village, the resources gathered, so Fifou ended up gathering quite a fair bit less. Having the idle time down here and being forced to dance his villagers around here really did actually hold him up then in the end.